Hello and welcome back. Look what I accomplished. I built up the walls of this factory and also moved all my storage over here with all my little workbenches and stuff like that. They have plenty of storage now. Everything's nice and organized. Do something that I can understand. I got all these bricks laid up. Luckily, with only 2 stacks of brick, I was able to do this because of the chisel and bits. This is like essentially a fourth of a block thick, so one brick block was able to make 4 of these panels. So I was able to make 2 stacks of bricks go a lot further than they should have. And I think I like how it turned out. I have not done anything with the top part yet because as I move stuff into the first floor, I might have to expand up to a second floor. So I have the staircase ready for that, but I don't have any idea of how that's gonna look just yet. But maybe in this episode we'll get there, because today we are going to do this stuff. We're going to try and move our machines over to the factory. We're also going to try and upgrade our power system, both in terms of storage and production. And then we're going to see if we can try and automate ore resources and stuff. So maybe a simple conveyor where we can put ores in, get ingots out. I don't know if mining ores is possible yet to be automated. Maybe not, but we'll at least take a look at what's possible later in the pack. Let's get started with all that. A lot of the bee stuff I've been doing off camera, and I think I'll take a quick moment to explain what I've been doing. So I've just been breeding bees to get specific ones. So right now I'm trying to get these common princesses. I got 2 of them right now. And if you look at JI, there's a certain combination. It's not any combination possible. For instance, a forest princess needs to be with a meadows drone to get the common. It doesn't work the other way around. A meadows princess cannot go with a forest drone. So there are specific combinations to get common bees, and once you have them, then you can start doing more interesting things. So a common princess with one of the base tiers can get you cultivated, but then if you do a common princess with a cultivated drone, which I already do have a stockpile of those, I think, you can get the noble, which is like the next step up, and so on and so forth. There is even possibility to get this one down here as well. That's kind of what we're working on right now. As you can see, I have a lot of different bees in here. I have a lot of options to work with. But now that I have 2 common princesses, I can combine the cultivated and get the next tier. So I have common and I have cultivated. Now I'm trying to get to that 3rd tier, which is the noble. Alright, I've moved everything out of the workshop area. So I think I'm going to put my engineer's workshop right here. Load up some of the tools. And all these tanks with liquids, we'll probably just light them up over here for the time being. Including the methane too. So we can just grab and use as we need like that. And then we go ding and bonk. And now we got our coke oven blast furnace as well as our machine lineup from the workshop in here. So all in all, it's looking good. Looking at the machines we have present, we have our compressor, our sawmill, and our pulverizer. So this is the main one that we're going to use for ore processing, which can turn 1 ore into dust, in which case the dust needs to be smelted some way. So if we look at the quest book, I don't see a furnace up here for the, what is it called? Dynamic thermal expansion. But I do see a powered furnace up here using the actually additions mod. So let's work through that. Let's make ourselves a crusher, which is the same thing as a pulverizer, but we don't know, maybe it takes less power than the pulverizer or something like that, so we'll mess around with it. This is what we gotta make real quick. And like that, we got the crusher. That's the same thing. Alright, the recipe for this powered furnace was a bit more convoluted, but we got it done. So now I gotta do something here. Alright, I did the stuff. So I got this steam dynamo, which should be an upgrade to the coal generator I had before. So putting in some charcoal and some water, this should make me some energy. Good. And now over here, the way this is lined up is in here you gotta make sure you check the auto input, and that will allow you to auto input from the chest into here, which will pulverize this stuff, which then hopefully the auto eject will work. Let's see, let's give it a second. It looks like it did. They ejected straight into our powered furnace right here. and that will get smelted up. And using a hopper right below it, because this doesn't have any interface like the other machine does, I can get that. So now I can put my ores in here, let it work through. So this is using up, let's see, 20 RF per tick. This is using, I think it told me over here, 25 per tick. So 20 plus 25 is 45. We're making a total of 40 RF per tick. So we are at a little bit of a loss. But then I think these solar panels... Okay, so I need a few more solar panels if I want to make it completely break even. So at the moment, like, we're very, very slightly underpowered, I think. Yeah, we're very, very, very slightly losing power overall. So there's a few ways I can go about this. I can upgrade this dynamo, or upgrade the solar panels, or just look for something else entirely. So let's see what I can come up with. After looking at a few possibilities, I think eventually I would like to go this route with the canola and see if maybe canola oil and canola generators would be worth it. But for right now, for what we got right now, I think I'm going to see if maybe this questline down here will lead me towards maybe the water wheel. The water wheel in immersive engineering is pretty effective, and that's a good source of power. So let's go through this and see what I can get. Alright, good news. It paid off. Going through this little quest line, I can make the kinetic dynamo. That's a spider right there. Hello. Or I should sleep. Okay. I thought the walls and the door will keep me safe. They did not. As I was saying, the kinetic dynamo is the main source of early power in immersive engineering. And from there, I'm probably going to go the water wheel route, because there's a cool thing where you can, you know, windmills are good if you can add more sails to them and you can have them high up. But you can actually attach 3 water wheels to one dynamo and get more power that way. So yeah, I think we're going to do this one and then the water wheels. What we got to do. That's pretty straightforward. Alright, the dynamo has been made. Now we can work on that water wheel. Alright, I've made... I need to make 3 water wheels, and this is actually going to be the first time that we use steel. So our steel production that we've been doing in the background finally pays off. And there you go, we got the water wheels. Now I gotta find a good place to set them up. Hello. I have my bow on me. Oh, he explodes. And why am I withered? That was a weird one. Cool. Give me your stuff. Ooh, sticks. Okay, so I'm looking for a place to put down the water wheels. And I think back here, on the side of the factory, there's this little natural outcropping with the mountain. I think I'm going to chop down this tree and place it right in here would be a good spot, I think. Okay, and this is what I was able to come up with. So we have the dynamo right there, and you can connect 3 water wheels. You can connect less than that, you can't connect more than that. And I got just like these little wooden logs, like helping the water, channeling the water down this way. The most efficient way to do this, you can look it up online and stuff, there's guides on it, but essentially you want water from the very top coming all the way down and then going back underneath it too. So that's why I dug this channel here. And then also have a few water blocks like back in there somewhere to help also keep the water flowing in that direction. I just want to essentially try and surround it with water so it just keeps going in this circle. And then I have these connectors using the wire stuff to go up to there and then around into here to this. So now we can see how much that should do. Definitely more. We only need like 5 more RF per tick, and I should definitely be doing more than that. Maybe somewhere in the 80s we should be at this point. So let's put something else in there. What else do I have that I can put in there real quick? Let's do some of this copper ore. So what I would be interested in is, I'm actually going to try and disable this real quick. So I shouldn't get any more RF from that. I should only be getting RF from my water wheels. So let's add the copper in here. 20 RF per tick. We're standing strong. We're not losing any power. Let's see once we get something in here. All right, now we're using that. And look at that, we're still standing strong. So I think the water wheel by itself can power the, at least this right here. We can definitely power ore production with that. So that's good. So we can look at our little checklist now and check off upgraded power. So yeah, we did all the main stuff I was hoping for. So now we get to mess around and do something else, like starting a new mod. So what I'm crafting up here is the first steps we're going to be taking into a mod known as Botania. And this mod will be very useful later in the pack as well. So this is the flower pouch. And what this is going to allow me to do is gather up different types of flowers that will just go in the pouch. So if you've ever seen these magic flowers, they're glowy and different colors. You can see me mining a bunch of these. These are mystical flowers for Botania. There's one for every color, so 16. And as you have it in your inventory, as you pick up these mystic flowers, they end up going into your pouch. And as you can see, I went very far. I found this cool little like grove type thing through a cave in a mountain. It was very pretty. And here I found a lot more flowers, including some that are going to be useful for crafting potions. Like these right here, they actually can be used to make, I believe it was speed. Yeah, I can use this for elixir of speed. This was annoying. This caught me off guard. I was not recording. I had to frankly pull things up. And it was kind of cool little, I had an interesting idea. I just need to get in this little cave. And then the only block I had with me at the moment was my shulker box. That gave me enough time to get my shield out and also get my bow and arrows ready. And then I was able to try and snipe them from jumping up like that. So yeah, these guys caught me off guard. It's a good thing that my armor was able to like keep me alive long enough to be able to take them out. But they don't take many hits. It was 2 armor shots and 2 arrow shots and they're done. So yeah, survived that one. Whew. And as I was exploring, I went through many different biomes. I journeyed very far to get everything. I came across this interesting looking tower. So I know what this tower is. This is a roguelike dungeon tower. And the way it works is you go down below and it's like procedurally generated random hallways and stuff like that. So you can see these are all gated off. So I decided I was just going to pick one that had some stuff, dig my way through it, light up as you go, and then keep an eye out for any spawners that could be problematic or any loot. Sometimes there's extra rooms or chests just laying around. Although this one was pretty barren, not a whole lot. There was a few enemies I was able to take out. Yeah, no problem there. But there was no chest anywhere. Decided to try my luck at another tunnel when I got ambushed. I didn't see these guys. One came from the darkness, one came from below the ground. But luckily they got in their own little fight. And I knew something was around the corner right there. Yeah. And look at this guy. He just came up right behind me. It's a dangerous thing. The only thing is the minimap would be more useful if your potion effects didn't block it. It's always blocking it, so it's kind of hard to see what's happening. And this guy, a jack-o'-lantern, is nowhere close to October. You know, in vanilla Minecraft, if it's Halloween time, mobs have a chance to spawn with those, but we're nowhere close to that, so I'm not sure why that's happening. This guy almost got me. And there you go. This is the only piece of loot I could get from the entire dungeon. Was this amazing wooden pickaxe. What a trophy. I'm going to hang that up right now. Look at that. We'll always remember this. But anyways, after that journey, I got plenty of flowers to get started with Botania. So I was going to craft up the guidebook, which is a book and any type of sapling. And this guidebook will walk you through the mod. Essentially, the mod you can think of using flowers for magic. So the first thing we have to craft up to start using these flowers is the Petal Apothecary. And with this, obviously, I need to make myself a new area. So you know what that means. Time to dig up and lay some foundations. So this brownstone, as a reminder, makes you walk faster when you're on it. So I wanted to connect this to the barn to make going between them a little bit faster. As you can see now, I can cross this distance much faster than I could before in a matter of seconds. And then I made up this nice little area for my Botania stuff right next to my fountain. I set up shop. So in the apothecary, there's different recipes you can follow, but essentially you can put in petals, and then to finish the recipe you drop a seed. So 4 of these white petals will give you something called a pure daisy. The pure daisies are used to turn some objects into other objects. It purifies them in a sense. So any kind of stone, like solid stone, will turn it into living stone, and then any kind of wood turn into living wood. I think that's how it works. So we'll just sit here and just wait for that to happen. It does take a while. It takes a minute or two, a few minutes. It takes a bit. But the cool thing is at the end you get to see it go back to the same order you placed it. So using some of the living wood, I was able to make these twigs, and with 2 more petals of any color or any combination, you can make yourself a wand. So I got myself the wand of the forest, which is going to allow me to bind you can think of them as machines. You can kind of the mod, you can kind of think it as a tech mod. So for instance, right now I'm working on generation. So the flower I just made was going to generate power. This mana pool is going to store the power. And then I need to make essentially the pipes that will connect things together. It's an interesting way of thinking about it, but essentially what we're going to do is we're going to place down our mana pool, which is going to collect the mana, which is the magical essence of this mod pack, in this mod specifically. This mana spreader is going to gather up any mana in the area and direct it to that mana pool. And what I'm setting up here is an infinite water source, because these flowers I have, the hydrogenes or something like that, these flowers I made, they will take water around them and transmit them into mana. So you can see everything's being linked up with the wand. You just shift right click on everything, and then all of these are going to go back into that and power my mana. And that's how it's done. And that's how you get a little bit of mana. You can see already in there, that blue liquid right there. So with a bit of time, we'll have plenty of mana to start getting into more stuff with this mod. So yeah. Alright, let's do a restock of what we did today. We got our Botania stuff set up. With this, we got the petal apothecary to make flowers. We got a few mana generating flowers to go into our mana pool, and we're making stuff go. We got this nice road connecting the barn to our factory to make travel between it quicker. And we also got ore doubling set up, as well as our other machines, and improved power from this water wheel. So all in all, I think we did plenty today. So thank you for watching this episode. I do hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. Of course, if you liked it, please leave a like, even comment something below. If you haven't done already, subscribe. There's also a playlist to watch this if you want some more convincing before you subscribe to the channel. And honestly, the best way you guys can support the channel is probably just spread the videos around. Share it to friends you think they're going to enjoy it as well. Get more people watching, grow the community, and grow the potato farm. Speaking of which, I think I have an idea for next episode. So, hope you will join me for that one, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.